I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there.
G'day, mate.
You have the manners of a goat. And you smell like a donkey.
Yeah, wait a minute now. I got something to say, too.
You're short on ears and long on mouth.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
What was the question again, sir?
Not these guys.
The numbers all go to 11.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
That doesn't make sense.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
But I watched Welcome to Lagos, dude.
Oh yeah, we on?
Yeah, bro, we on, dude.
We on, dude?
Fuck, man, that's a wild doco, man.
But bro,
dude, because you gave me the first episode.
Yeah, so
because I had to
part one, I guess.
I had to look it up. It's a three episode,
three parts.
thing.
Yep.
Very hard to find.
Super
hard to find.
Yeah.
But I did manage to find on YouTube. The first episode isn't on there because it's struck with like copyright or something. But you can watch most of episode 2.
Okay.
Because it was in, how it was in like the 6 parts.
Yep.
It's like that on YouTube too. But 2 of the parts from episode 2 didn't work. So you're missing like 20 minutes of episode 2. But
episode 2 is a good one too.
But
man.
all of episode 3 was there. So you can watch like that. But
that's the one that's not as good. It's still good. But it's I think it goes one. It goes in order.
The first one's like the real crazy one, man.
Right.
To me. But the second one's still crazy as hell. But this doco just shook me, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, I was like, fuck, man.
Cool, man.
And because like just sort of the stuff we were just talking about, I was hell fucking like overwhelmed before I was like putting this shit on. I was like, fucking hell, bloody, fucking just
I suck.
hating shit. Yeah.
Doesn't matter what he sucks at. Just we suck.
Just most shit, just fucking. And then fucking
minus dicks.
yeah.
Suck at everything else.
Yeah, bruh. But fucking
one thing ain't sucking.
And not sucking that, man. We sucking clits, dog. Clits. But and then I was like, fuck, I better put this fucking doco on, man. And then like the first 2 minutes, I was like, whoa, fucking hell. And then like my whole stomach just started to sink, and I was like, I'm a dickhead. I was like forever complaining about anything.
Oh, bro, isn't
in life, just absolutely ever, dude. I was like,
so good for that.
It's unbelievable, bro. Like I
use it as a pick me up, man. Back then when I had it.
I think it's almost like a life-changing fucking documentary, dude.
Yep. It's one of my all-time favorite docos, man.
Dude, it's now like when I'm at the point where I'm fucking trying to locate this thing because I need to have every fucking part of this.
And we want it in good quality,
yes,
too.
And I might have found it too. We'll find out later. But need a copy of this. And again, it's called Welcome to Lagos. It's a BBC documentary, only 3 parts if you want to look it up. And you have to look it up because it's so worth looking up. Because it just shows.
And can I just quickly say,
yes.
There is another. There's something else. Welcome to Lagos. Something newer. It's titled very similar. That's not it, man.
Yeah.
It has to start. The first episode has to be about people living on a dump, and then you're on the right one.
Yeah. This is from 2010.
Okay.
When I looked it up, this is a 2010 one, and it's BBC. So it's the.
Yep.
That's how if it's the BBC one, that's the one you got. And there is some website where I found it where you could watch the whole episode.
Same
I can't remember what the website was.
I was going to send it to you a long time ago. I wouldn't let me do it.
Yeah, but it's pretty easy to find if you Google it. You'll be able to find the fucking
It's
thing.
pretty good quality on some of them.
Yeah, and just watch it on your fucking computer.
Because that's what I wanted. I was like, I hope Daniel likes it, and then he might find this one.
Yeah.
He might try and download
this
one.
Man, it is awesome. So it shows like the life of these people in Lagos, which is in Nigeria.
Yep.
And just how absolutely insane the rate of expansion, I guess, is of like the society that's taking place, and the like how much these people have adapted to live in these fucking scenarios that are so brutal and far beyond anything you could ever
you
fucking
can smell it.
Imagine.
You can almost smell it.
Dude,
can't
yeah,
you?
like it's just remarkable, and everyone's there is the happiest person you've ever seen in your life. You're like,
blows you away, doesn't it?
Fuck, man, like
the optimism, man.
It's remarkable, and like you said, it starts showing inside of a dump, which is basically a fucking island. It's like a city. Like people live within this dump, and it's right next to the fucking.
You got skyscrapers right next to it.
I think it was right next to like the Parliament building. They
Yep.
said it was like a stone's throw away, and
Yep.
most people don't even know this thing fucking is there. And just all day, every day, these people are just scavenging through like trash for
Yep.
like, you know, metals,
Yep.
copper, fucking plastics, whatever they can get.
Yep.
And everyone just has their own hustle
Yep.
on a different type of fucking rubbish, man. And then someone sees like a little gap in the market, and he's like, no one's collecting these one things which could be sold to this one guy and turned into fucking like plastics for televisions or some shit. And then like so he just starts collecting that, and it's fucking absolute wild, man. Everyone's doing their same thing every day, but then everyone's got respect for each other, but they're all sort of
Rules, there's rules.
There's rules, but they're all trying to rip each other off
Yes,
as well.
yeah, you're trying to cheat me.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a good man.
Yeah.
You cheat me.
Yeah, he says I'm good man because he cheated. But
I love that dude, man.
But I think he's like the main guy in the first one. Is that him?
Yeah,
And it shows like his family and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And he's the one burning like the copper wires.
Yeah,
He's burning,
they're burning the rubber.
Dude, he was my favorite too. Man, that guy made me cry, bro. Like,
bro,
fist bump on the crying there,
Sick,
dude.
man.
Fucking like I was just, man, this fucking dude is an absolute soldier, man. Like you've never seen anyone work hard till you've fucking seen this motherfucker, dude. Like, and I can't remember his name, which sucks.
Can't remember his name either.
But
I know he has polytechnics in his village.
yes, he does. Do you have oil in your village? Come to my village, we have oil. But yeah, so he pretty much collects all the copper and stuff like that, and like just the way he talks about life and shit, man. He's like, I do all this for my family, man. He's like, and my daughter's gonna be 1 soon, so we want to throw her a party. He's like, so I got to work like fucking late nights.
I
and do
cried
all
so
this.
many times, man.
Dude, it's wild. And then when he starts talking about his childhood, and he's like, I don't even want to say it. It was like
And he
that
cried.
bad
That's
and
when
shit.
I cried.
That's the point that got
Because
me,
he's such
man.
a happy, upbeat dude, and then when you see him like that, you're like, wow, man.
Yeah.
Like, you're a fucking legend, dude.
Yeah, but then he switches again. He's like, but that's why I fucking work so hard. He's like, just to make my family fucking enjoy life. He's like, 'cause that's what it's all about, man. And they're all like, fucking just thank God for the little things we have, man. Like digging through fucking rubbish, cutting themselves open and shit. And he's like, oh, thank God I found this fucking the white glove, man. White gloves are worth more. You're like, fuck, what, dude? That's insane, man. And
I like at his house how he's like, see, toast, sandwich maker. Nothing wrong with this one.
Yeah.
He's like, AM radio. I fixed this one. Nothing wrong with
Nothing
this one.
wrong with
He's got
this.
all this shit he's brought back.
Yeah, and then like he's like the power goes off every single day, and so they have like these little lights around the house, and he's like, if you can afford it, he's like, you can get a generator. He's like, you can hear one back there. He's like a generator going off. He's like, but. He's like, if you got the money, he's like, it's not even worth doing it. He's like, it's just a waste of money. He's like, you can do this. He's like, just have lights around the house. He's like, then you work out where everything is. He's like, it's perfect, man. I'm like, fuck, dude, this guy's a gangster, bro. Like, absolute savage at life, dude. Like, I'm like, this guy's fucking awesome. And then it's just like in the conditions they're living, and they're like, oh man, when it rains, it gets pretty fucking smelly through here and shit, dude. And then like works really hard, and all the buyers don't want to come down because it fucking smells like shit and it's raining. And they're all just still having a great time. It's just total banter. They were like, you're a thief, man. You're robbing me. Why don't we share? And it's fucking, it's like, man, this is unbelievable, dude.
And all the, they constantly having like the gas fires.
Yes.
Because of the pockets
dude.
of gas. And then they can't do anything because it's on fire. And then they got to squirt it all down. So it's all fucking wet. And
That was remarkable to me. And because like the fires just will spread for ages and for days maybe. Like, they're like, we got no clue. And they're like, we hope the fire people like show up if the government wants to like save any of this. And then they do rock up, and then it's like, oh, now we're all firefighters, it turns out. Unpaid firefighters. So the firefighters rock up, you know, like give them the hose, turn on, and these guys are like, all right, sweet. And they're running over the fucking... In their thongs, barefoot, man. And they just got like slices up like the hose to like squirt it out of just fucking everywhere, man. They're just running with these hose. It's like, fuck, dude. And then they still, after doing all that, they still come back and thank the firefighters for coming down.
Yeah.
They're like, man, thank you so much. You've helped so many fucking people today. And they're like, we're doing our duty too. And it's like just this sense of community that is ridiculous, man.
What blows me away, man, is like the community and the infrastructure. Like, and the infrastructure is like cardboard and wood.
They build all of it themselves with stuff they find.
Yeah, like they've got hairdressers.
Yeah.
They've got a cook. They've got a church.
Dude, it's wild.
It's fucking insane. Got someone to clean your fingers.
Yes, that was cool, man. And the beard guy was doing gangster, bro. He was doing really good fucking beard trimmings, man. I was like, I'd fucking go there and get my beard trimmed, bro. Same as the finger cleaning. Shit was perfect. Vocal standards, they look at my fingers.
How cool is he, man?
He's a gangster, bro. He's sick, dude.
That motherfucker's recording an album.
Dude,
that's what made me, I'm like...
And he lives in a dump.
You know how we're like second, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, that's inspirational.
Oh,
isn't
dude,
it?
like
if he can do it.
But even just for anything, I was like, oh, you can do anything in life, bro.
Man.
This guy, the people he hangs around doesn't know. Like at one point, he's like getting pictures taken with chains on and that. He's like, no, I'm gonna live this image and put this out. I'm gonna manifest this fucking shit. And then he's like, I don't tell any of my friends. He's like, because tomorrow morning I've spent all my money and I'm going back to my house, which is in the dump, and I'm gonna scavenge things all day. He's like, but no one knows I fucking live there. And it's just this lifestyle, man, this total hustle. He's all day, every day, picking shit out of garbage bins, dodging metal fucking trucks that come at him and shit. And then he's like, sweet.
Yeah, because the trucks don't give a fuck, do
No,
they?
no.
It reminds me of like seagulls around a truck. Like, you know how when you drive through a group of seagulls at Macca's, you don't care about the seagulls
At all.
It gives me the same vibe.
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
treated like that, and the truck is just like, if
They're
you're
like,
in
"We're
the
just here to
way,
dump
if you're
this
in the
shit."
way, you're
Yeah.
in the way. You're gonna get squashed.
Yeah.
and that's on you.
Yeah, they're like, you're not meant to be.
You're not meant to be in here.
Yeah. And that's what was so weird, even when it expanded. I think it was more so in the second episode when it showed like all the beach
That's crazy,
people
man.
and stuff. And it's
They
like,
build on top of the rubbish.
dude, yeah, wild and that. And
They pay to divert the dump
they're
trucks.
like, yeah, we want rubbish. Bring your rubbish over
And
here.
they use it as a foundation.
And then we'll put sawdust on top of it and sand. And then like, and they said, because obviously the government doesn't want them being there. So they'll work so hard to keep everything as clean as possible. They have like their sanitation days where they try to clean everything up because they're like, if we can keep this thing as clean as possible, the government will be like, okay, maybe you're doing a good thing here. Because like I think they said all their infrastructure, their little home fucking buildings had been torn down like twice by the government.
You see that in the last one, on the beach one, not the second part, the third part. You see them come and demolish it, and then they tell you how this has been happening.
Yeah.
forever. And then as soon as they leave, they start building it all back again.
Wild. And even sometimes, I think they said like at least 2 times a year, the current comes up and just wipes basically everything out. And they're like, fucking... And they don't even give a fuck. They're like, yes, what it is.
So happy.
We're just back. We'll just build some trenches and that. And like, fucking absolute wild, man. No one's like, let's grab all our shit and go up there away from the water. They're like, nah, let's all just like start digging, man. Let's start digging.
Because even the dump floods.
Yes. Dude, yeah, even that's wild. The whole thing's just fucking wild. And then there's people who live on the water too.
They're the coolest.
And they got like little boats and they're going in between. And they're like, we shit in the water. And they're like, the current's so clean that it just takes everything away.
That dude's so happy. He's squatting. He goes, we love it here because if you shit here, there is no odor. The water would just wash it away.
Yeah, so it's always clean.
So we love it here.
And then
it's like, oh man, he's got the biggest fucking smile I've
and then
ever seen.
instantly after that, the narrator's like, you might not want to swim in these waters. But then it goes back and you see the guy building his fucking fishing net, and he's like just in the water building this fucking little thing where he can dump fish in to like grow fish himself and make them bigger, and then start a little business like selling cooked fish and whatever and shit. You know, this is just absolute wild, man.
It's insane, eh?
It's crazy, dude.
What do you think of AKA? Because I can never remember his real name, but I just always call him Vocal Slender.
Yeah.
He's got a cool voice when he sings, eh?
Well, even the narrator started calling him Slender.
Yes.
They was like, Slender is trying to get his money together.
I love that narrator too.
Yeah,
man.
it's so classic.
But his voice when he starts ripping on
Yeah,
his track,
dude, yeah.
he's got a cool voice,
I
man.
want his tracks. We
So,
might have to
yeah.
fucking Google some Vocal Slender,
And
dude.
I like
Give this
how
bit
it's
some,
like,
give this dude some cash.
They're like, what's the track about? And he's like, you know, it's about money. And he's like, I've got Deutschmark, I've got yen, I've got euro. He just starts naming every currency there is.
Fuck yeah. Sick, dude.
And then he gets in a little bit of trouble.
He does get into some trouble, but he says it's not his fault. That's what he says.
Some motherfucker lost their eyeball.
Yeah. He said he got bottled on the back of the head or something like that.
Yeah, because he's like fucking got
Yeah,
a
he
big
does got a
thing.
big thing over the back of his head. And then he said that, well, from what he said, that he was like, a bunch of other people then jumped this guy or whatever. But apparently the guy got super hurt, lost an eye. That guy's dad or whatever wasn't very happy with it.
Yeah, they
but
wanted
what
millions.
baffled me is because he worked in the garbage thing, that's like where he lives, is like how you were saying, how there's like rules in this garbage place. They've elected like a fucking leader who is the leader for 3 years. They have like terms. Everyone has to listen to this fucking cunt.
Proper, eh?
It's fucking proper. And he's like, everyone respects this dude. He's like, no, we're doing this right. There's no thieves. One thief rocks up at one point and they've got him tied up.
How crazy is that,
And
man?
he's like-
How fucking like...
Dude, imagine being that
Can
fucking
you
guy.
imagine being that dude?
Fuck, man. Just not barbed wire. Some sort of wire wrapped
They
around
were going
you.
to kill him.
Yeah, he's like, we are going to kill you. He's like, we don't do this sort of shit. And then fucking the kid's just absolutely like...
I swear it's because the cameras are there. They're like,
Yeah.
we'll let him go this
Yeah,
one time.
yeah.
But he says to him, though,
He's like, if we ever see you around here again...
we kill you.
He's like, the boys will kill you.
they'll kill you.
And they 100%, well, there's nothing that can be done around there.
They will kill
Like,
you, man.
You just be in that garbage. And
That's
they'll be
the
like,
only
new
time when
shoes.
someone says they're going to kill you that I would believe it.
I'll be like, oh, I believe this.
Yeah, 100%.
Hey, look, guys, I'm out of here. My bad. I will not fuck with you again.
See, they're kicking him
Yeah.
and shit.
Yeah. And
They got him
just
tied up
smacking
with like
yeah.
some fucking cordage.
Yeah, and he's like, they mistook me as a thief. And he's like, this boy is silly.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Don't be silly,
Smacking
dude.
him in the
yeah.
head.
Don't be
kicking
silly.
him and shit.
And then fucking he lets him go, but fuck, man. That's some scary shit.
That motherfucker had to get the fuck
Yeah.
away from there, eh?
But then after Vocal Slender's done what he's done, because it was 2 people that was in the the dump fucking society or whatever. Fucking the chief, he's trying to work it out, and the kid who lost his eye, their family wanted like millions of fucking dollars. I'm not sure what their money's called. I can't remember. But he like wanted millions of that, and then the chief went around and collected donations from everyone in the dump.
And they all paid up.
And they're all like, yeah, we'll pay for the kid's hospital bills. So that way he could go to the family and say, we've paid for the hospital bills. Can you make Vocal Slender not have to pay so much? And they were like, yeah, that's cool. And then he only had to pay fucking like way less. But that was still going to take him like 12 years to work off. But it's just insane.
But
how,
they still wouldn't let Vocal work until it was all sorted.
Yeah.
Until they'd made that deal you just said.
Which is just like, it's wild.
It's like, I can't work now.
But if it wasn't for the dump, he would be in jail.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been able to pay any of it, and he'd be in jail absolutely instantly. But instead, like, it's just wild to me, man.
It's a community, eh?
Even when, I think it might have been in the second episode, maybe, but they were showing, like, the people who cut the wood, like, the saw.
The kids!
Yeah, and, like, because one person had died, been electrocuted.
There's constantly people, they have people die every month.
Yeah, because they were talking, they're like in the last, I think it was month, or 2 weeks ago someone died, and 2 weeks before that someone else died. And they're like, people shouldn't be fucking dying.
And kids are like 13, rock up and say they're 15, 16 and work.
But these kids were up, like 12, man. I swear to God, they were like, can't even reach this giant thing. I'm not talking like a hand saw you cut fucking housewood with. We're talking like
industrial
things that cut giant trees in half. Like big fucking things, man.
Fucking machines.
And yes, one guy died, and then the next guy's like, he's like, dude, I don't want to work here because I don't want to die. He's like, I'd rather go fucking work in the dump. I don't want to be my fucking head blown off with electricity, dude. He's like, okay, get the fuck out of here.
Enough.
So the 12-year-old's like, fuck that fucking pussy. I'll do this shit. Give me the rubber glove, bro. Like, and then fucking you see this little
That's
kid.
their protection, eh? A rubber glove.
Yeah, one
rubber glove.
And then apparently
with holes in it.
Yeah, and the other guy only died because he touched the cord because the cord was on the handle. And he's like, oh, no, I'll just shift that. And instant fucking death. And the kid's like, I got this shit, man. And fucking, he's like full leaning, like hanging off the machine just to try to pull it back and shit. But then he like turns around, he's like so happy. He's like, I fucking love doing this. He's like, when I first started doing it, like goes to this little 12-year-old sitting on like a stool, man. He's like, when I first started doing this, I thought it was so hard. He's like, but after a few weeks, I started getting really good. He's like, now I know, I can do any job in the fucking world. And it's like, holy shit, man.
Yes, you can, man.
Yes, you literally can, man.
Yes, you can, bro.
But even after like the guy who died, who got electrocuted, even then they went around to the whole community and everyone put in donations for his funeral and all this sort of stuff. And then like the whole community came together and they were like, we need to figure something out so people stop dying cutting wood. And they're like, okay,
look at the wiring, eh?
Yeah, and so they eventually came to the conclusion that, okay, everyone who's cutting wood has to wear rubber gloves and rubber boots. And it's like, fuck, we should have been doing that a while ago, maybe, a few deaths ago, but at least it's in place now.
You might want to get someone in to look at these wires, man.
Yeah, yeah, bro, because there's just one random kid sitting there with like a normal knife just slicing. I don't know what if he's helping the wires, or if he's not helping the wires.
I don't know
how much he knows about wires.
Isn't it amazing? Like, how do they know? Though?
I've no idea, because
Isn't it amazing how smart people, we totally underestimate ourselves all the time,
we're capable of crazy shit.
We're capable of
when put in those situations, those scenarios, like a fight for survival scenario, literally.
You're going to eat or you're not going to eat.
Yeah.
You're going to die.
Bloody oath. They found ways, like, I think it was when it shows... Oh, man, because this made me think, I was like, man, fucking, I want some absolute meat protesters to watch this fucking shit. See, when they go to the cow, like the slaughter place and that, and, man, if you think we do the shit, like, pretty bad here, like, when you don't have the capabilities to do what we do, fuck, man, it gets pretty bad. Yeah. I think we're doing pretty good over here in the way we do it, just compared to perhaps where other parts of the world might be doing it, where, you know, animal...
The ethics of it.
Yeah, well, because when it comes to that type of living, animal, like...
Doesn't have...
The way an animal lives is not your fucking priority at that point. You're worried about how the fuck your kid lives, how the fuck, you know, like, the water not destroying everything and the government bulldoze. You don't give a fuck how the fucking cow is living for this. No. Like, and that's just the way it fucking is. Like, fuck the cow at that point. Let's eat the fucking thing. Yeah. Right? So and so that's what they do. They collect them all up in this massive... Cows just around for fucking days, man.
How's the horns on them cows, man?
Unbelievable. Because I'm like, well...
I've never seen cows like that before.
Well, in my head, I was like, I swear to God, here, if we gathered that many cows, they'd be killing people, wouldn't they? Would they not go crazy? That many fucking I don't know what's going on.
That's what I think.
Maybe I don't know cows.
Maybe me either.
But I was like, I don't know how they're just all these cows aren't just fucking like. If the cows want to, they could fuck up everyone here right now. Look at their horns, like you said. Like they could just probably destroy.
They're like meter horns.
Yeah, they could probably kill every human and get out of here right now. But they're all just like standing around watching other ones die
Chewing
and
on
shit.
rubbish.
Yeah. And then just the way they harvest absolutely everything out of the animals. Someone's like comes along, cuts off the hooves because they sell that for fucking some sort of plastic or some shit. Someone comes along, cuts the intestines out, and then like everyone has a different industry based off like a different part of the fucking animal. And then there was that one dude who's like...
The blood.
Yeah, who went to like agriculture fucking college or some shit, and he's like, oh, fucking...
He spotted the gap.
Yeah, he's like, when we were there...
Because that was the one bit...
Yeah, that no one was collecting the blood of all the
running
cows.
down the drain.
And so like when he was in the fucking study and the shit, he learned that they use cow blood. I think it was like for chicken feed.
Oh, feed.
It was something like yeah, I think I can't remember exactly, but well, because they said at one point they're like, oh, they even cut the stomach open, get the shit that hasn't been shitted out, and they use that for fertilizer.
That's right.
So like they're going deep. We're using everything we can.
Yep.
That thing hasn't even shit yet.
Nose
Is there
to
any shit
tail.
left in there? We're getting it.
Man, it's not no shit in it.
That's the freshest fertilizer you can fucking get, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Premium fertilizer. But and he's like, man, why is no one collecting this blood? Fucking idiots. And so he's like, sweet, well, my business time. So he's fucking gets all his buckets, starts collecting blood, and then just fucking boils blood all day,
with
every
tires.
fucking day with tires. Like, and it's so hot and like must be
you
so.
can imagine how fucking hot it is.
It must be so hot and toxic.
Oh man, yeah, bro.
And he's just like, I love it. He's like, I love working hard. It is just me. It's what I do. He's like, so I love this type of work. And he's just shoveling, moving fires around. This hot, cold, looks like lava, dude. Looks like you're in a fucking where they melt down metal, like one of those fucking
You can
factories.
imagine the smell too,
dude.
man.
And he's just like, and then he's got his fucking hands in it, like dipping buckets in and shit. You're like, this cunt is fucking ruthless, dude. And then he's like, gets all his, it's just amazing, man. Like this guy's made a whole industry off just the blood that no one would collect. And that's basically how they've like done life over there. Someone just sees a little thing and they're like, everyone is hungry at the end of the day. They're like, fucking, I got fish back here. I can fucking catch some of these fish and just grill them up. And we got a little cafe here. Yeah. And fucking, it's like insane, man. And then like, there's that lady, she's like, I've been here for like 2 months. She's like, when I first rocked up, she's like, I saw that I could just like cook food for people in that. She's like, but so many people, she's like, weren't paying me. They were just taking the fucking food. She's like, but after a while, she's like, I started to study their ways. She's like, and learn how they do things. She's like, now they love me. She's like, and everyone comes here for food. She's like, and I get paid. Fuck yeah, that's so
I love
sick.
how Slender goes over and like he likes to show off sometimes when he's had a good collection. He's got a bit of extra money and order extra, and he's like, I can't remember what the cook's name is. But he's like, Miss, come put some more garnish on my thing.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, he likes to show off.
Yeah, and but I like the way he says it because he says like, come put like whatever the cash is. He's like, come put $20 fucking worth more on. He's like,
it's Nari or something.
It's something like he's gonna come put 20 Nari worth more. It's not like I want another spoonful. It's like this amount of money. I got this much money. Put that much money of the food on my shit. Fucking dope.
Because I need my energy.
Fuck,
I love it when Slender gives you his little tour of his place he's built on the dump with his little mosquito net.
Yeah, that's sick. And he's like, when I can't get back home, this is where I fucking chill. What was amazing to me is how like there's no fences or nothing. Obviously, this is all like you could just build something in the middle of the open thing and no one will touch it. If it's not yours, no one will touch it. You can leave all your open scrap around that you've found.
And if someone does touch it, they'll tie you up and kill you.
They will cut your fucking feet off, man. And like, yeah, it's unbelievable. They have such this like unity of work that they all respect each other. They can basically be walking over each other, but like, because that's what I was thinking. I was like, even you just picture that scenario here to where everyone has to do that. How much are people fighting over the one piece of tin or whatever?
Toilet paper.
Exactly. You know, people will be cutting each other's throats because I want the fucking, you know, when he was just finding the aerosol cans and he's like, these are fucking awesome, man. And I was like, man, no one else is trying to like take it off him. And everyone else like, no, I'm looking for my own thing or whatever. It's just, it was crazy to me. Like here, if you found that one can, everyone would be fucking piling on top of each other.
And
it'd
ignore all the other shit.
Yeah, it'd be World War fucking Z over this can, man.
Yeah.
Like people just be, I got the fucking can.
100%.
And like, amazing to me, man. Like, it's just wild.
I love how I've had a lot of shit.
Like,
jobs.
literally changed the way I look at shit.
Oh,
Like, this is
sick,
fucking
man.
wild.
Same here, because that really affected me when I first found it.
Yeah.
Because I've watched that hundreds of times, man.
I will get there one day.
And then I just had a big gap off. I haven't seen it for over 10 years until I give it to you. Got it because I went through something Tarrant had.
You did rewatch it?
Oh,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah. Because I was thinking, I wonder if he's just got all this fucking locked in his head.
Nah,
He's like, I know Legos, dude. I know my way around.
I love how. Yeah, I'll give you the tour.
The beach, if you go over there.
I love how I've had some shit jobs, man, and felt sorry for myself doing them. Right? I love how they're on the dump in all different weather conditions, and while they're sifting through people's shit
Yep,
that
literally.
they didn't want,
Eating the scraps of things people didn't want.
they're having their banter.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
They're
It's
laughing
so
and
good.
joking
Yeah.
with each other, man.
Yeah.
It's just that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's wild. It's just all.
It's so
it's
like
good times all
uplifting.
day.
It's
yeah.
a real good like something good to show you if you got some spoiled kids, man.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And
Even it made me check myself just this morning on coming here. Like
Oh, when you had a flat tire.
flat tire coming, and then fuck, and then I'm like, it's just like backtrack up. I'm like, well, this is what happens if you have a car, dude. I was like, I'd prefer to have a flat tire every day than sift through the fucking dump, man. Give me fucking 5 flat tires a day. I don't give a fuck. I'm sure I can change these tires pretty easily without it.
And you got the spare in the boots.
Yeah,
right there.
without it discomforting my day too much.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's minor inconvenience.
yeah, an absolute minor inconvenience.
In the scale
dude.
of things, isn't
In
it?
the scale of anything, like whatever it is you're doing, it's such a minor inconvenience. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to save the fucking world, then you get a flat tire. You're like, okay, that's a bit inconvenient.
Yeah.
On the one time we're going to save the fucking world, but
Yeah.
any other time,
Yeah.
it's a pretty minor fucking
That's
inconvenience.
right, man. It's a real good. It puts things in perspective, man.
Yeah,
eh?
and even it might have been towards the end, so it might have been the third episode. It was showing one of the girls, or like, because they really loved soccer over there, and like it was amazing how much they can just find joy in other things or whatever, and they're all like, oh,
Were
there's
they using a bottle for the ball? Is that the
I
one?
can't remember, but this was just like, they were like, oh, there's a Chelsea match tonight. And it was this way, it's finding this one girl, can't remember her name, but she's like, loves Chelsea. She's like, and so everyone's walking past, they're all bantering. There's people going for Arsenal. They're like, nah, Chelsea's going to win 4-1. And then she's like 4-2 or something. And then shows the end of the day, like after the match or whatever. And it's just absolutely bucketing down. She's standing outside with her little umbrella and she's got a little candle lit. And it's just thunder going crazy. And she's in the best mood of her fucking life. She's like, I'm so happy. I can't even explain my joy because Chelsea won. She's like, Chelsea's going into the final. She's so fucking happy. Everyone's just having an absolute ball. Like, she's like, I literally can't even put it into words how happy I am right now. Just because fucking... her team made it, and it's like just the amount of joy you can find
Standing in the rain.
in the rain with a little candle, thunder just destroying the fucking, wreaking havoc on the planet. You know, like your fucking house probably falling down. She's like, the finals. You're like, fuck, man, that's dope shit, dude. That's so cool, man.
It's so the community. It's so good how they help each other. I don't know how much you've seen of the beach one, but the second one where they live on the water is the same. Like they just. If you rock up there and you're cool and they accept you and you can stay. They will literally build your house for you to the specs you want.
I think that was the beach one you were saying.
Yep.
Yeah, they were like, if you rock up here, if you have £50, you can get someone to build a fucking house, like a nice one too.
Yep.
No, yeah, we got you covered, man.
Yep.
We'll build the fucking thing out front. We'll try to stop the water when it comes in. No promises, man. We do the same thing to everyone. My house is like this too, so no special treatment.
How much did you get? How much have you watched of the other ones of part 2 and 3?
I watched all of 3. But
Okay.
Of part 2, there was because you know how it's in the 10-minute parts.
Yeah.
2 of the 10-minute parts were like copyrighted, so it was, and I can't remember which parts. They
Yeah.
weren't right next to each other, but so I missed out 20 minutes of the second episode.
Okay, so you've seen the beach. Do you remember I haven't seen the beach one in 15, 20 years,
Yeah.
but I still remember. So I think it's the main chick,
Wait, is the beach one the third one?
the last one.
No, I think I've seen all the beach one then.
Okay.
I didn't see all whatever the second one was the
living on the water.
yeah. So I missed 20 minutes of the water.
Okay,
one.
yeah. That's really
So
cool.
I'm pretty sure I've seen all the beach one then.
But the beach one, then, do you remember on the beach one where I think it's the main chick that you were talking about just then, and she's got a fella.
dude, yes, this cracked me up, man.
And
Dude, this
I
is
can
so
never
funny.
forget.
Yeah.
I haven't seen this in 20 years.
I recorded it on my phone and sent it to someone because that was so funny, man.
And
it has to be the bit I'm
somehow
thinking of.
they've got mobile phones,
Yeah.
right, and SIM cards and shit, and they've managed.
Because I can't remember if it's the same girl, but one of those girls sells the SIM cards or something like that. Her job was selling them, or something. It was something like that.
I didn't
so
remember
maybe
that
that's
bit.
how she's like so hooked up with the cells.
Okay, all right. So, but she's gone through her man's phone and found that he's been messaging this other chick.
Yeah, yeah.
And she's like, I don't know. Her pussy must taste
Yeah, yeah.
much more sweeter than mine. It must be like lemonade. or
like
something.
lemonade, maybe have seasoning or sauce or something. Crack me
that
up.
the bit?
Yeah, that's the same bit. But then she's like, but I not sit here and lose. She's like, I'm going to make life hell for him. Fuck yeah.
And I believe you will.
And then it was funny because they're like, I can't remember if it was the narrator that said it, but
Pussy
someone's like,
must taste sweeter.
yeah, she wants some new puss.
Yeah, it's a new puss.
New puss. And then they're like, then when he came home, found all his possessions on the beach.
Yeah, that's right.
And his phone buried in the sand. It's like, yeah. So funny, dude.
Because so in the third one, you see him get destroyed, don't you?
I think it was by a flood. I remember a flood tearing it down.
Flood.
I might not have seen like the last
yeah.
10 minutes though, unless
think-
it just ended.
yeah, I
like,
think you're
with
right.
Devastation.
But I remember wasn't there. They showed like.
Oh wait, they show the task force and shit like that comes through and tears everything.
Smash fucking.
Dude,
they
fucking
smash
hell.
the stalls.
Yeah,
and
bro, and they're like,
they come through there
oh,
ruthlessly,
it's
man.
unbelievable.
Just rip the fucking shit down.
Tearing everyone's livelihood down. But
Yep.
they're like, well, this is our job though. I don't want to be in the job. This is like fucking. If you had the opportunity to have this job over being in the dump, you probably would
you
too.
can't really.
Yeah, and
You can't hate on them, can
and then
you?
when you heard them talk, a lot of them feel like they're legitimately doing things that are good. They're
Yeah.
like, no, we want this city to be like fucking Singapore one
Yeah,
day, bro.
it's not going to
and
be,
they're like,
man.
it's not going to be that way if we have slums or we let people do this. They're like, so we have to come through and clean up. It does show some good, like when they had like the beautification projects and all the people like who used to, because they said they wiped out a line of the slum or something like that. But then a lot of the people who used to live in that slum and hustle have now become like the gardeners, basically.
Okay,
of
yep.
all that thing. So
Yep.
instead of them having to hustle, they just turned them into the gardeners, basically.
That's
They're
cool.
like, well, if we make all this look fucking good, can you guys just fucking look after it and shit? And I was like, that's a fucking pretty good way to do things, man.
yeah.
That's an excellent fucking way to do
you
things.
can't just come and like flatten some cunt's thing and
Especially
then,
when you got like, I can't remember the population, but
like they
it's wild.
obviously don't have anywhere to go, no money
Anywhere.
So what do you expect them to do then?
Yeah, especially because they had that one point they wanted to wipe out. And it was like 7 million people in there. Where are you going to move 7 million fucking people whilst you make your project? You know, like
You see the sky, like I think they must fly a drone over the water. This part
Yeah,
two, the
yeah,
water,
yeah.
how. And they show how rapidly that's just expanding.
Yeah,
It's like, what do they call it? Nigeria's Venice?
yes, that's what. And then everyone's just on their boats and
On their boats and shit.
wild, man.
That's crazy, eh?
It is very crazy.
Crazy, man. How uplifting, fucking good perspective thing.
Oh,
if you're
dude.
feeling sorry for yourself.
Everyone needs to watch it. One thing that sort of cracked me up too is like one of the guys who was on the task force who like tears things down every day. You know, just destroys people's fucking like livelihood, man. At night, teaches dancing. Do you remember that guy?
I don't remember that.
But he's like, but he thinks he's doing the right thing. You know, he's like, fuck, we're making this place way better. And then at night, he's teaching like dancing to people. And then it just shows like footage of him like just axing through fucking doors, like tearing people's shit. And then it goes to like the other footage and he's like on the rooftop, just like dancing, showing people. He's like, step 1, 2, 3. And I'm like, fucking hell, the contrast here, man. He's like, I think I'm doing a good thing, you know?
Back to part one, the dude who does it all for his family, the main hustler who has the most medal and everything. How's the party he throws?
For the kids?
For the kids.
Yeah.
And they can't get the stereo
Yeah,
working.
they're playing with the
His
stereo for
wife's getting
ages.
shitty. She's
Yeah.
like, he said he could do it. And
Yeah, and he's like got the kid basically
He's got
on
the
it.
kid, and then they
he's
get
talking
it
to the kid.
going.
He's like, "What's up with this fucking thing?" Kids are just fucking chucking wires and things. Like, look, man.
But the way they've done it, I wouldn't understand how. I don't even understand how they got it going.
No, dude. Yeah.
The way they jerry rig shit and that.
But you see how at one point he picks the thing up and he walks back across the road and he's like, different one. Because he's like, you sold me a shit one, man. Give me a fucking one that works. Like, they go, fuck. Like, I'll give you this one. Go plug something into this, see if it plays. Like.
And it was all for, what's he called his daughter? Miss Nigeria.
Yeah.
Future Miss Nigeria.
Yeah. So dope, though, dude. They still had parties for the kids. And that's like, he's like, man, I'm working extra hard every fucking night just to throw this one party. That's some pretty dope shit, dude.
Crazy, man.
Crazy. Just, Like, yeah, it's amazing, like, the whole vocal slender thing. Like, how big...
It's recording an album, bro.
Yeah, how big...
He's on the radio.
That's what they were saying. They're like, he's actually already got his shit onto the fucking radio here. And it's like... But it's so cool that they can have their own culture there to where it's not like you have to worry about the outside world to blow up. It's like, they love the shit they do themselves. The people there listen to the music that comes out of there. So it was like... There was like steps to doing it. It was like, oh, if I can get enough money, I can get down here, I can perform on the streets, try to get my music heard to, listened. The more popular the music gets, the more chance it might have to be played in the clubs. And then if it starts to get played there, it might move to the radio.
And that was the big goal.
And it was like, but it was like, he had the goals, and he's like, I know how to fucking get there. And I'm going to work in the dump every fucking day until I fucking get there.
That's so cool. I love how he grinded away at every little aspect of that.
Yes.
You know, he'd have to grind, get his clothes, because he needs clothes for the photo shoot and shit. He'd have to grind at that, then grind to get his fingers clean.
Fucking oath.
Then fucking... This is total grind.
Yeah.
And then he comes back broke every time.
And then because he spends 100, all of the money.
But he's achieved that one thing.
Yeah.
Now I'm on to step 2.
He's like, I've got that thing recorded. I got
He's
the
like
picture.
never losing sight.
It's so
fucking,
good, dude.
Like, so inspirational.
It's wild as fuck, man.
It's crazy, man.
It's like, you can do anything, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, we're so soft.
Yeah, and then there's
over
people
here.
who's like, can't lose weight.
Yeah.
I need to go, fucking, I can't get to the gym.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, tell that to Vocal Slender.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
fuck me, dude.
Yeah.
Vocal Slender's killing the shit, bro. He
Yeah.
is on the actual hustle tip.
Oh, he
for
put
life.
pickles on my burger.
Yeah.
No one
Oh.
can't eat my burger. Just pull the pickles off, fucking.
Yeah, pull it off, man. But Uber Eats taking forever.
Oh, fucking, it's so fucking. Oh, man.
Fuck,
It really
dude.
makes you fucking sit there and think.
And like one guy, when they're working...
I am a shit cunt.
Yeah, I'm a fucking terrible human.
Yeah,
Nice.
I suck.
Yeah, I fucking suck.
I suck.
Big time, dude. But like when they're working in the middle of the night in the dump, one guy steps on like a nail that goes through
That's
his foot.
right.
And then the other guy's like, take your shoe off and like put pressure on it to stop it bleeding. He's like, nah, I can't.
I have to keep working.
He's like, I can't do that, man.
I'm so broke.
And here, you step on a nail, so you got to go get like a fucking a shot.
Oh, first you got to fill out an incident report,
Yeah.
report it to this person.
Yeah, that guy, then go get a shot, and then sit here. You can't come into work until you've confirmed you're better or something. Or fucking. And then he's just like, nah, I can't. I got to keep grabbing shit, man. He's like, I was like, whoa.
I mean, do you think Corona has affected them?
Oh, fucking, I don't even know.
I don't think so at all.
I don't think so.
I think
I don't know what disease
I
gets
think
them.
they're still doing their shit.
Babies
man.
are born on the beach over there.
On the beach.
On the dang beach.
In the sand.
In the sand, dude.
Come out fucking...
Yeah, not in hospitals.
You don't slap it to make it cry to see if it's death or anything. You just... It cries automatically from the stinging of the salt.
Yeah,
in its
yeah.
Fresh-born
My
eyeballs.
eyes, yeah. Get it out my fucking eyes.
Out the womb into
And
sand.
then everyone's just having an absolute dancing fest when every baby comes out. Baby's just like, what the fuck is going on, man? But it's just so good, man. It's such a good documentary. We have to get a really good copy of it one day.
Oh, man. Because I used to be able to watch it good, and then fucking... I got Tarrant to download it for me.
Yeah.
And then I
Was that just off YouTube? Because it's in the same... Yeah, that's what I figured, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's in
That
the
was off
same
YouTube.
exact... But what was lucky that you gave me the first episode, because the first episode you cannot watch on YouTube. It's all copyrighted, so you won't be able to watch the first one on YouTube. If you want to watch it, you got to Google it and try find it or something.
But it's a must, man.
It is a must. What I want is I want a part 2 of this. I want
A follow-up?
I want a 2021 or like I want to know what Legos is like today. I have no idea.
What's it been? 11 years.
Yeah.
Since that was filmed.
And because at that point, the guy who was like part of the
Feels
people
like
who was tearing it down and that, he's like in 10 years, he's like, this place will be like, he said Singapore and that. He's like, your people will come from London to fucking like vacation here and stuff. I want to see what the place looks like today. After watching this doco last night, I'm going to do some research and see how they're doing. Is Vocal Slender still fucking killing it, dude?
Well, I've watched like this one where this dude... I watched a few where they travel around and try different cuisines, right?
Okay.
And they're like different street food
Yeah.
they eat. And there was one in Lagos not that long ago, and it really didn't look any different.
Okay.
But they didn't go to the dump or anything. But he does go to the water village.
All right.
And that episode was shot this year or last year
Okay.
because he was
I'll
sort of
check
stuck
that
there.
out. Yeah, for sure.
And the water thing was still there. The water Venice was still there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I think I recognise that person.
yeah.
From
Still
that.
growing his fish. That's the same motherfucker, man.
Yeah, but they were still there on the water. At least they're still there.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Fucking oath, man.
Crazy.
It's just wild. Like,
It's a must watch, man.
after I finished, I was just sitting there like, damn, that was good, man. I'm gonna think about that for fucking ages.
Yeah, it does. It's like a real thought-provoking.
It's a real thought-provoking
Because
thing.
there's so many aspects of it,
And
man.
no one's sad in the whole thing.
No one's
you know,
sad.
you see points in that, but like everyone, for the most part, whenever you see someone new, they're like,
You've never seen optimism like this.
ever, dude.
Ever.
Like, it's wild. And I like how that main guy we were saying, he says he's like, everyone here is wise. He's like, you have to be wise to live here. And it's like that. Everyone has this weird piece of like wisdom or something, like, and they don't have like just unnecessary knowledge. You know,
No,
they
you
don't.
can't- nah.
There's no just random.
And
no
there's
one
no
knows.
bumbling idiots either.
Yeah, it's everyone is like.
I think they're actually like a more of evolved version of Hume. Like,
it's way more evolved socially.
yeah,
Like, you know, like
it's
it's
just
the,
little aspects where they're so much better than us.
and
man.
nothing is about like me over there. You
No.
know, in that sense, everything's about like making things together. Like,
I'll
know,
help
people
you,
will-
you help me.
Yeah, we'll build your. I know how to build fucking
I need
walls.
some
You
shit
build
done.
that. You cook fucking a squid for me or whatever the fuck and shit. And like, let's fucking do this shit, dude. I'll dig that trench. You fucking deliver my wife's baby.
So you would have seen on the water one. I don't know if it missed it. Did it show you how they swim down and collect the?
Yes, dude. That was wild.
Fucking A.
That was wild, man. These guys collect sand off the dirt, or it's more like clay.
Yeah, more
it's
like
real
clay.
like clay
Because they need it. It's a particular type
off
of
the
shit.
ocean floor
With
by
a bucket.
hand, with a bucket, and they fill up boats. Like,
And isn't the breathing tube? Did he have the breathing tube?
no,
in
he
that
didn't
one?
even have a breather.
Nah.
Maybe because that was part of the water episode. It might have been part of the 20 that I didn't see.
Okay, yeah.
But it just shows like that guy and his brother who and there's a whole bunch of boats about the size of like just an average tinny. I
Yeah,
guess
it's
sort
like
of
a
thing.
canoe.
Yeah, basically. But it's still got some size to
Yep.
it. So when you think about filling it with mud, it's not a quick fill.
Yeah.
It's like it's not with hand buckets. Like it's not a quick fill, man.
Nah.
And he goes under the water for like a minute or two, so he's not standing on the water. It's not like you have to just bend over.
No,
you have to swim
down.
He had to go up, down under, and you're like, where the fuck is this guy? And then fucking some dude just comes out the water with a fucking bucket of clay. And like he said, he's like, it's really easy. Like when you're underwater to bring that thing up is pretty fucking easy. He's like, the second that thing gets close to the
Oh, you
surface,
can imagine.
he's like, holy shit, you
It's
have to
heavy.
use your power to get that fucking thing on. And then they just dump it straight into the boat, just fucking buckets of clay. And they're like, we fill up the whole, they're like, another like hour or two, that we'll have this whole boat filled. And we go back and we sell it to someone because the clay gets used for fucking building material or
Yeah, I
something.
think
was it?
so. I can't remember. I can't really remember.
But it's just like there's no like changing careers over there.
No,
you know? Like whatever
no.
you're born into is what you do. If your dad collected clay, you're now a clay collector because that's all you fucking know, dude. You were brought up collecting fucking clay.
Yeah.
If your dad did the saw shit, you're now a saw guy. If you live in the fucking fish village, you're a fucking fish guy. If you were born in the dump, you're a fucking scavenger. And that's just how it is. Unless you have like Vocal Slender, you know, everyone has those little dreams to get there or whatever. Or like the guy who's like, wait, I don't have to do this. No one's collecting the blood. I can go fucking do the blood and do my own thing. Fucking, it's just wild.
See,
everyone's an entrepreneur.
Everyone. 100%, man.
Everyone is a business owner.
Even the way, did you see how the dude got the logs to the log place? He uses the water.
I'm not sure.
So he goes into the jungle and cuts them all, and then he's got to be careful that people don't see him because they'll go in and steal
No, I
his
didn't see
logs.
this.
And then he floats them. He has to wait for the water to rise, so he carts all these logs to this special bit of this river.
Yeah.
And then he's got to wait it out and then
What?
wait for I don't know how often it floods.
Yeah.
But he's like, okay, it's flooding. Now
Boom.
boom, go. We got to go. We've got a short window. And then he floats all his logs down, like floating them, ties them all
Jesus
together on
fucking
this
Christ.
big thing down to the mill. And,
Yeah,
then
that's
and then
wild.
he sells them there.
We made it.
It's like, wow, man.
It's just doing things however you can.
However
man.
you can,
However
man.
you can.
However, that's fucking.
It's
Did you
wild.
see on the water one? Did it show how like one of the main dude you sort of follow around? His son was starting to fucking
Yes,
hang
yes.
around the area boys.
yeah.
They call them the area
Yeah.
boys, and he was trying to fucking. He didn't want to be a fisherman.
Yeah, it showed a little bit of it. Okay, a little bit of it might have been cut off, but it showed how he was meant to. He's like, He was how angry at his son.
I reckon
'cause
it must have missed a bit.
It must have missed a little bit. It didn't show much of who he was hanging out with or anything like that.
Right.
But it just said that
Just show how disappointed his dad was.
Yes, yeah. And he was pretty fucking angry at him too. And then because I'm pretty sure
he's
his dad,
lazy.
Yeah, and then his dad threw all his stuff out. He's like, you can't live here anymore. And then like they're like, all the other people are like, go apologize, and he's like, I'm not doing that. And it's like, oh well, you don't got anywhere to live now, bro. You're done. Because he's like, I don't know why he wants to do stupid things like. Because he was saying the boys or whoever. The area boys, all they do is smoke and do unnecessary things during work hours.
Because I know in Nigeria, the area boys, it's still to this day, like, you have to, they'll rob you, but if you pay them, they won't, sort of thing.
Okay, yeah, no, they did say a little bit of that.
So they go around, and there's like, they do it for a kingpin.
They said everyone hates them.
Yeah. So there's like, almost like bikie mafia type shit, and they have area boys under them, and they go around and collect money for. So you got a store and you're selling fruit, you got to pay the area boys every month or whatever a certain percentage of what you're earning, and they will come and get the money off you. And in return for the money that you give them, they won't rob you. And also, not only will they not rob you,
mate.
they will. If anyone tries to fuck with you,
that's mob shit.
Yeah, they will help you, but you have to pay.
You got to pay.
You have to pay, man.
That's
and
wild.
if you don't pay, they'll fuck you up.
Yeah, you're gonna be fucked up.
Yeah,
and no protection.
No protection.
No protection, bro.
Yeah.
And another thing that was pretty crazy was just the like the guys who could. Who were like the deconstruction crew or whatever, who were like tearing things down, how they said they had the rights to do absolutely whatever they want without, like, they didn't have to have any evidence of something. They can just confiscate all your products, and they're just throwing like piles of vegetables into the back of someone's truck, and it's like, this is someone's absolute livelihood they've spent 6 months growing.
Yeah. Because
it's sitting on the curb, they're like, you know, let it be out here. You're meant to be back in your shop. Your shop's not meant to be bigger than fucking whatever. Take it all, grab it, everything, just chuck it in the back of this fucking van.
It's the one thing I find with it, man, is like, it's so, you can see both sides of the argument.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're so conflicted, like, yeah, you can't, like, you can see how it gets out of control and everything, but, like, you have to give them options.
Yes, yes.
You know what I mean? Like, you can't, like, it's so...
You can't just take things away. You got to replace it.
You got to, like, give them something to go to.
It's like with the other guys, how they turned him, like, they gave him the jobs, basically, of looking after the place they were building. It's like, you got to, you need a replacement thing. You can't just fucking wipe people out.
Isn't it just like the contrast between the rich and the poor, though, man?
Yes.
It's like the most extreme you'll ever see, man.
Yeah,
Because you got people in skyscrapers that are just fucking streets away from the dump people, man. It's fucking insane.
It is insane. And they have no idea how life would even work down there.
Nah.
Like,
and imagine, like, working on the dump and looking up at them people.
Oh, yeah, that'd be fucking awesome, eh?
It'd be like... But they don't seem to be disheartened.
Fucking assholes, man. They're going again.
Is that fucking Uber Eats?
Yeah. Just cut myself on the fucking ground. Because the ground's made of fucking trash.
Well, Gary just got electrocuted.
Yeah. Wait, you hear some? They're having fun, man. Fuck, man. Everyone needs to check this doco out.
Must see, man.
Must see, watch, share, and
welcome to Lagos.
Welcome to Lagos, dude.
Give him some love, man.
Give it all the love.
I've always noticed too, that narrator, he's in it. There's a lot of things I watch, like I Shouldn't Be Alive. You know, them type things where people fucking crash their boat and they get stranded for months and fucking have to eat.
Same narrator?
Same narrator. Like, he narrates
He must be like the BBC guy.
I really like his narration.
Yeah.
I really like his style and his voice.
I was wondering how it was filmed exactly. Because you see a lot of the times they're holding the camera themselves.
Yeah.
Like when they're in their own home or whatever like that. So it seems like someone's giving them a camera.
Yeah.
And they're like, film yourself or something. Because there's times where like, so like it was one of the girls or like that guy where it was like they were just in their own house and they were holding the camera themselves. Their kid was behind them like, what the fuck? Like, what do you got in your hands? And he's like, go the fuck away. I'm doing something. And then there's times where it's like someone's holding it. I just really want to know how it was shot.
Yeah.
Like, did people go over there and like stay there for a while or like, I have no idea what the fuck happened.
Wouldn't have a clue, man.
Yeah.
Maybe like if people are going over there, they're giving them the camera because they're like, see them wires? I'm not going in there.
Yeah.
Like you can see that water dripping on that wire?
Yeah.
That's
This
not,
whole place is live, dude.
that's not for me, bro.
That's not for me, man.
I ain't doing that. That
Look,
was
my
not-
best boss said I gotta fill out 8 pages of shit before I can walk in here, man. I can't step in, man. They haven't sent me the contract yet.
The last thing I got is the water one. Did it show you how he had had like some type of lotto scheme going?
Yes, yeah, he won the lotto at one point.
And he had a system.
It was like a mathematical thing.
mathematical-
Because he said the maths has paid out for us today or something like that. And then they won the lotto and shit. And he's like, I'm a gambling man. Sick, dude.
I just
Fuck
love
yeah.
the whole, this man, like, if you shit here, is no odor.
There is no odor.
Wash it away. And the smart,
Yeah.
that's why we love it here.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
I
man.
think it's the same guy.
Where would you want to live? Sorry. So out of them three
fuck,
things,
dude.
if you had to choose, right, someone comes like, look, man, you pick. Because this is going to be where you're
This is
going.
it.
This is where you're going.
This is where you make
go
your
on the
living.
dump, you go on the water, or you go on the beach.
Yeah.
Where do you want to be?
Or the slaughterhouse.
Or the yeah. Well, that's kind of,
You can't really live there, though.
you can't really live there. I don't know. It didn't
But,
seem like anyone was living there.
Yeah, I know. But some people made their living there, collecting just hooves or the blood guy
Yeah.
or whatever and shit.
But
But that's
this is
a
the-
harder
where-
industry to get into.
Well, I mean, where
It's
you gonna
harder to get into that industry. I think.
Yeah, and where are you going to sleep at night?
Where
are
are you
gonna,
sleeping?
Are you sleeping at the dump,
Are you
the
collecting blood?
water,
Where you-
or the beach?
Yeah, I ain't getting the skyscraper. No, motherfucker. Dude, it's tough. It's tough, but like I think the dump seems like so much of a fucking grind and struggle. I don't think I'd want the dump.
Yep.
Seems like so much of a fucking grind. The beach seems like maybe the most cleanest and maybe the most not relaxing, but it wasn't as scavenge 24/7, but your home can be wiped out at any point by the elements. So I don't know if the water therefore is the logical option. There's no odor when you shit, it just washes the fuck away. But then it's just like, what fucking work do you do on the fucking...
You swimming down Clayton Cay, or you growing fish?
I got
smoking
I got
fish?
holes in my head, dude. I can't collect that clay, man. I wish I could collect the clay. Guys, I'm out of the clay job. I can't do it. I know collecting clay for me. I'll have to fucking grow fish, maybe. Probably don't have to put my head underwater to grow the fish. He was just netting them, so I don't know.
Imagine if you were born into
Can I
that
take the logs
with the
across?
holes in your head, and they're like, you have to.
Yeah,
like,
you're the clay guy.
you're the clay guy.
Yeah. Excuse me? No, you're the clay guy.
See what now?
I got a little... You're the clay guy, buddy. We've all got a little... You're the clay guy. Everyone's got a little something. Okay, buddy? You're the fucking clay guy. All right. No, that makes sense. I'm the clay guy. I'll do the clay shit. Fuck it. And where are you at?
Oh, man. I'm thinking the beach. The beach, but I can't remember what was their hustle on the beach.
I can't remember. I think everyone just sort of had maybe a bit of a different hustle.
Yeah, because I'm really, for the life of me, cannot remember what their hustle was.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure. There was a lot of trash gets washed up, so maybe some people were doing like trash sort of stuff as well, like scavenging through there. But like one of the ladies on the beach, she was selling like SIM cards and shit.
Yeah,
So,
where
like-
did she get them from?
Fuck knows. I don't know. Maybe she goes into town. Somehow I can get them cheap. I don't know what the fucking deal is. She gets them off the back of some truck. But, and there was like a lady who had a little cafe there. So it just seemed like the beach was a better lifestyle than the dump for sure. Like it seems like if you can get out of the dump, you move to the beach probably.
Yeah, that's fair. I can see that. Also, I think like the water one, I think that's like probably my second option, but also I'm super claustrophobic, like because I'm a first world problems guy. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're all claustrophobic.
Yeah, like I own a heater. So.
I would just feel so trapped in my little wood thing on top of the water.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's not for me.
But there's no odor.
There's no, well,
dude, you think? Come on, man.
That's a good selling point, man.
It is a good selling
and
point.
you've got like plenty of fish to eat.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It seems like the most probably nourishing community out of them.
Yeah.
Why did the wood?
Yeah, because there was the one lady who cooked. She seemed like she was the one that was well fed. Like she's like, I eat all the scraps basically. I'll eat anything that's left over that people don't eat at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's probably the best business to have then.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Because you get paid
so.
and then you could probably get free food too.
Yeah.
That's fucking a good thought.
It's a good
That's
hustle.
thinking. Then you got the guy just getting clay, fucking up his hands. He's like, I just come to eat. And you're like, fucking... It's crazy how he says that anywhere I go, he's like, my hands represent me. He's like, anyone can look at my hands, he's like, and they know, he's like, that this is the job I do, and it confirms that this, like, you know from looking at my hands, basically, they're like, yeah, that is the job that he does. And he's so proud of that. He's like that, I guess, you know, he's not in the dump. You can tell that this guy does hard fucking clay fucking digging every motherfucking day. And the shit over there, that skyscraper you see that's built, it's because this motherfucker's getting clay.
Yep.
And that's why.
Yep.
That's where the clay fucking comes from. This motherfucker's beast as shit, fucking ravage hands.
How muscle are they, man?
Dude, that just can pull up the ground from under the ocean, you know, in buckets.
Every day.
Yeah.
7 days a
and
week.
just pay a water out the side. Like, oh, sinking a little bit.
No, man.
Okay, we'll make it.
There's only fucking man-eating sharks around here.
It don't matter, dude.
Don't matter, dog.
Fucking absolute wild. I think it was the same guy who was punishing his kid that kept going away. See how he was giving him like that one spiritual treatment at one point?
That's right. Yeah.
And then he's like, if someone comes at him with a knife, he's like, it can't cut him. If someone comes at him with a bottle, it won't do anything. A machete's fucking useless to this guy. I mean, can try. But and then he
long sleeve.
And then he had like he hung the thing around his neck, and it was like just a weird mixture of like it was like a foot of something mixed with like the hair and like the insides and like a tooth or two.
Yeah.
Like, and he's like, and this is what protects me. He's like, bullets can't fucking get me now. I'm fucking good. And then he pulls out this other one that's in like this old Coke bottle. And I have no idea if you're meant to drink this thing or if it's just like some sort of spiritual luck thing. But fucking, he's like, now this thing, he's like, this will make you shit great. He's like, this one, he's like, you can have this. He's like, and you will shit twice a day. He's like, and it will be brilliant. He's like, it will be soft. He's like, it'll just come out. He's like, sometimes he's like, he's like, you have this. He's like, brilliant shits. And he's like, it just cracked me. He's like, we got the medical medicine to not get stabbed, the medical shit so fucking 12 gauges ain't gonna fuck you up, and then we've got the magical shit potion too, because that's essential. You need to do good shits here. I was like, fuck yeah, this guy's on point, man. Why aren't you just keeping that in the toilet? Just keep that everywhere, dude. Let's just always use that.
And it's probably just like so salmonella ridden.
Yeah, there's so much shit in it.
That it's just giving you the runs.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. You're just literally getting diarrhea from it. He's like, these shits are fucking great, man. You know, you get shit twice a day like this, dude. I'm not even eating. I'm shit twice a day. This stuff is great. I don't share it with anyone. I love how they're secretly like telling their secrets to the camera. They're like, these guys don't fucking know though, so don't tell them. It's my secret shit. Like, fuck yeah, dude.
This shit's real hard.
Yeah, they take terrible dumps, man. Down here, bro, we soft serve this shit. Yeah, dude. That's the way to live. This guy's so happy about taking soft shits, man. You know how much I take soft shits for granted?
Fucking hell.
Oh, those soft shits are normal shit to me.
Yeah,
you know?
I didn't thought that was a good thing.
Yeah.
I always complain, oh man.
Ah, fuck.
I gotta wipe it all the time, man.
He's great. Soft shits. Fuck
soft
yeah,
shits and lemonade tasting pussy.
And lemonade tasting pussy,
and
dude.
then a dude with all the Deutschmarks, all the yen.
Yeah.
Fuck, man, it's just something for everyone.
Dude, it's so good, man. Everyone's a character, loves life, is fucking...
Just real quick, why did the wood come into it? The sawmill. What part is that? Is that in the first part, second part, or third part?
It wasn't in the first. I think it might have been in the second.
Okay.
I think, but I can't remember exactly.
Maybe that's where they get their wood from or something. That's why they showed it.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly where that one was located. If any, it might have been more in the beachy ones, maybe, but I can't remember. Can't remember at all. But that was wild, just kids doing all that shit, and then the kids sitting there.
12 maximum.
Yeah, but then at one point it shows like 4 12-year-olds sitting there, and they're like, haven't seen their parents in like 2 years, and they're like, we've been saving up. They're like, hopefully my goal is to like save up, then I can go back and see mum and dad, and they're like, just really want to see them again. It's like these kids have moved away from home at fucking 10 to go work and earn a living.
Yeah.
And fucking hell, man, with
man.
possibility of being blown open with electricity at any fucking point.
Yep.
And he's still saving.
You're still saving.
Still saving, bro.
Still getting up. Because they sleep in there too, don't they?
Yes, yeah.
They sleep in there in the factory and shit.
Yeah. And like, so when they were having that big meeting after that one guy died, all the kids just had no idea what to do. They're like, normally we work every day. They're like, this is fucking weird.
That's right.
So they're sitting around like, they're like building a kite. They're like, this is fucking, like, we're not going to have a day like this in another fucking ages. So they'll go out and just start flying kites, having a fucking ball. They're like, let's fucking use this shit. It's like, that's wild, man. They work Saturdays and Sundays don't exist.
Nah.
It's every day.
There's no such thing. Every day's Monday.
Yeah, they're like, dude, we got 20 minutes. Let's go fly a fucking kite. Oh, fuck yeah, bro. They're all having a ball, man. They're like, get it higher. Fuck yeah, man. It's sick as fuck.
Man, they build sick kites too.
Dude, I was thinking, I was like, where do these guys get kite technology?
Like, how do
I could not build that.
It's just like, how are they so
resourceful?
Yeah, man, and the ingenuity of
it's
them,
wild, eh?
It's fucking, it's insane, man. It shows you how, like, what you just, like you said, keep saying. It's like, we can do anything, man.
Yeah, we can do anything.
You know, like, within reason, but there's a lot of, like, we've totally write ourselves off, man.
Yeah. That one guy's collecting blood and just started making chicken food and is now, like, pays his bills and eats. That's wild. He would be like, what are you talking about?
I love even the
blood
dude,
to chicken food.
the cool dude on the dump who was doing the shit for the birthday party, and, like, you know, he's got his ways of telling what metal it is. He'll bite it, tap it on it. This one copper.
So good.
Sick, man.
Sick. This guy's a fucking expert,
He's
dude.
a fucking expert.
A literal expert.
He's probably had zero training in anything.
He can weigh it on his fingers.
You know what I reckon, man? I reckon a lot of our, like, Western courses and qualifications, they're all bullshit.
They
man.
have to be, man. When you get a guy like that,
I reckon they dumb you down.
Who touches metal and he's like 1.25.
Because they're too specialised.
Yeah.
You know, like, we got paediatricians and, like, all our doctors don't know what this specialist does.
Yeah.
But the whole thing's connected.
Yeah.
But they don't know, the foot guy doesn't know what the hand guy does. These fucking over
expert
there.
in lungs.
He's like, over there, it's just, you got to know it all.
Yeah.
Or you won't survive.
That's how it is. Well, it even seems like the shit they're learning is relevant to what they're doing, not just like, you know how we'll learn just random
shit
here.
you don't need
you
to
go
know.
to a plant course
You're filling
here,
your head
and
with...
you're like, oh, fucking just random fucking information that
Now
you
I'm going to
don't
go be
need
a
to know.
concreter.
Yeah, I never learned that I could just take blood and turn it into fucking chicken feed. This guy learnt that that's shit he actually was going to use. They're like, this is, I guess it's way more fucking orientated around life. They're like, we don't need to be teaching you
practical shit.
Calculus.
No.
There's no need. You don't need calculus cutting the cows open, getting the intestines, dude. We're going to show you what intestines can do after you get them.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, fucking all right. Let's fucking make some money through intestines. Let's make that intestinal money, dude. Fuck yeah. But yeah, I was great, man. I was like, man, I'm so fucking glad he had this thing, found it, and fucking gave it to me. Because I know you'd been talking about it for years. It was just mentions and shit, and then one day it was just like, bro,
found it.
Fucking found it.
Tearing out on one of his obscure fucking...
And it was only like 240p, still highly watchable.
Oh, man, because that's what I was worried about, because it is a bit grainy. It does, like, smooth out in parts.
Yep.
But it does start off a bit grainy, and I'm like, oh, this can really put people off.
Yeah.
You know, like, because we don't have a great attention span over here.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can tune out pretty easy. I'm like, I reckon, because once his vocal slender starts dancing, all right, he's going to be in, man.
Yeah, I was hooked at the start, I reckon.
Yep.
I was just like, what the fuck? And this is crazy. But it's weird how your eyes can just adjust to stuff like
that.
Yeah,
it is. If you're interested.
And after me, I'm like, this is what things look like.
Yeah.
You know?
But if you weren't interested in it, you'd say, I can't. This sucks.
This is fucking...
It's this shit.
What are you watching?
Yeah, I can't watch it.
You're just watching Pixels, are you? You're just like,
but because you're interested, you're like, no,
these Pixels make sense.
Not that bad.
No, that Pixel's making up a dude. He's collecting rubbish. You see that? But this is one everyone has to check out. Welcome to Lagos.
Fucking do it, people.
Fucking do it. And then
do it,
if
man.
you find out fucking where to get an actual copy, let us know.
Yeah, man. Because I haven't
Let us
seen
the
it.
fuck know.
Like, I haven't seen it in 1080p since 2010.
Yeah, bloody
Because
hell.
it was in. There used to be, when I was watching it, there used to be quite a few uploads of it.
Okay, yeah.
And fucking, there were some really good quality ones. So I haven't seen the good quality.
Well, what gets me is when something gets strict for like copyright, doesn't that mean it has to fucking be somewhere else? Otherwise, what the fuck's it copyright from? Well, I don't know
Yeah.
how shit works.
Yeah, it's like,
well, doesn't that other thing have to exist
it's
then?
slender like,
Yeah.
No,
hey,
no.
No.
No, the copyright.
Copyright, bro.
You can't show that in
You're
Australia.
like, well, where's the first episode? I can't find that. What do you copyright from?
Yeah, I don't.
Anyway,
And is it copyright?
that could just be a stupid thought.
Yeah, or could it be copyright written because, like, I don't know, is that a word? Copyright because it's like there was some type of music in
Was
there.
it copyright?
There's some type of music
Could be.
in there.
Yeah, then
or-
Slender's like, nah, you don't got permission to put my fucking.
No, you're gonna give me Deutschmark.
My
You're gonna
beats.
give me
Yeah,
yen.
yen,
You're
bro.
fucking-
I want all of them,
You're gonna
dude.
give it fucking all to me, bro.
All the baht, bro. I want all of it.
This shit's copyright otherwise, bro.
Fuck yeah. Because it couldn't be watched on the BBC website. But I don't know if that's
Oh,
like
really?
it could be like geographical thing. You know,
Okay.
certain websites like don't work.
Yeah.
Like there's times I've tried to watch fucking things on like Comedy Central, but it's like for some reason you can't watch it in Australia.
So is that like a VPN thing?
Yeah, that's you could get around that with today's fucking sponsor, VPN. Express fucking VPN or whatever.
That would have been a good.
Yeah, that would have been a fucking great segue.
No, it's so natural, man.
So, any of the VPN people listening,
Come on, man.
we the motherfuckers for that.
We segue in.
We doing great ones too.
Hey, bro.
We're segueing from Welcome to Legos, dude.
I'll sell whatever you
That's
want me
a
to sell,
segue,
man.
bro.
What do you-
I sell it all, dude.
Copper, zinc, aluminium,
Yeah, dude.
whatever, bro.
Fucking oath, man. But,
White gloves, they fucking go for a lot, bro.
They go for way more, apparently.
Then-
Don't know why.
then
You think
colour-
they'd be more dirty?
I think that would be the least valuable ones because of what you just said.
Yeah.
They're easier to stain.
Yeah, but they're like fucking white
I
ones.
guess maybe if you've got like a really clean white glove, that shows everyone else
Okay, yeah.
that you're fucking.
Holy
You
shit.
ain't working. How can he be working on dumb? You see how white that
See,
glove was?
that's a fucking white
You
glove,
see how
man.
fucking white that glove was?
That guy must be
That
rich.
was whiter than Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that's a white glove,
That's
dude.
a white glove,
You ain't
bro.
even seen a white glove till you seen this dude, man. Slender got gloves, bro.
Mate, I can't understand. Like, why is it
No, I'm not sure. Anyway,
white's just dear color to make, man?
yeah, it's dear. It's way dearer, dude. White costs more, man. So hard to get white cotton.
Because isn't it white originally?
I think so, yeah. We didn't even have to colour this bitch.
That makes no fucking
I'll
sense.
take that one.
Makes no sense.
No sense.
To
But,
me. But
yeah, well, that's pretty much all I got on it, though, dude.
sick, man. I'm glad you watched it. Glad you enjoyed it.
And
Fucking-
definitely try to find it to have permanently in the
that
collection.
that was the
Intent.
intent.
Yeah.
I'm giving it to you.
Yeah, but I want everyone to watch this, man. I'm going to...
I reckon even Jake would like it.
I was thinking that this morning. I was like, man, Jake would fucking love this, I reckon.
Stinky scenery.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's a bit of scene fiend.
But he's into all that humble fucking shit and stuff, so
Right.
I reckon he'll get fucking heaps out of it. I'm going to tell everyone to fucking watch this shit. And I'll be like, you just have to find it, obviously.
That's what I've been doing for years.
Yeah. So if you can be fucked finding it, locating it, and watching it, do it.
Do it, man.
I recommend it.
I fucking highly. You'll be telling everyone about it.
Yes, dude. And if this sounded interesting in any way, the fucking actual doco is 20 times more interesting.
Oh, bro, we missed so much. And
Oh,
we
dude.
just skimmed over shit, bro.
We skimmed it.
This is something you can watch a few times.
Yeah, we just
and
did like a
pick
light
things out.
sanitation.
Oh, I missed that
Yeah.
little. Look what he's doing over there.
Yeah. Oh,
Because it's such a fucking overwhelming
Dude,
thing,
yeah,
isn't
yeah.
it? It's
It
just
is, man.
like-
It is.
It's very overwhelming.
Very eye-opening, though.
And if you don't ever get one little tear in your eye, man, then you're not fucking human, dude.
Oh, you got no soul.
You have no.
Like, go check yourself into a fucking rehab,
Bro,
dude.
like, you're a fucking
Yeah.
Dracula or something,
Yeah,
man.
put your fucking finger to your neck and check your pulse.
Are you alive?
Yeah,
dude?
you got cold blood, motherfucker. But thanks for listening, dudes. We appreciate it.
Much appreciated.
Much appreciated, Vocal Slender.
Go find some lemon puss.
Lemon puss. Seasoned.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to